talk about the statements recorded during investigation. The statements are recorded by the police during investigation under section 180 of the Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita. Under this section, the statement of both prosecution and defense witnesses are recorded. The reason behind is that these statements are used by the police for investigating the offense as they get lead from these statements. But during trial, these statements have a very limited use, which is given under section 181 of the Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita. The provision says that the statements made by the prosecution witnesses can be used during trial only for the purpose of contradiction and not for corroboration. Now, first question arises that why not the statement of defense witnesses is used? The reason is that the police, prosecution and state are on one side, and the only purpose of them is to convict the accused. Though they are expected to act neutral, but in reality they don't do so. So with this thing in mind, the legislature prohibited the use of the statement made by defense witnesses because they are aware that the police will record this statement in their favor by using third degree. So the provision prohibits the use of defense witnesses in any manner. Now, second is that why the statement of prosecution witnesses used only for contradiction, not for corroboration. The reason behind the same is that the police records this statement of the prosecution witnesses, and later on the prosecution witnesses are appearing in favor of prosecution by the police. Now, if the police records this statement, then if they know that this statement can be used for corroboration, then they will record the statement in their favor and later on use it for corroboration only. So, to prevent the misuse of this thing, the legislature prohibited the use of prosecution witnesses for corroboration. Now, the limitation provided under section 181 subsection 1 is not applicable on two statements. One, the statement which is recorded by police officer, but later it becomes a dying declaration because a person dies after giving that statement. Now, second statement is when the statement is recorded in police custody, but in the presence of magistrate. Now, here also it does not matter that whether the statement is of a prosecution or defense, whether it is used for corroboration or contradiction. The reason behind that the malicious use of the power by the police is avoided with the presence of magistrate. I hope this provision is clear, and if there is any doubt, please comment.